must have been a fool back then to lose something that you can't get back again. I've done all that I know to do. I second guess my every move, but I can't help but wonder what might have been if I had 2 dozen roses and an older bottle of wine. If I really could have hung the moon, would it change your mind? If I could cry a little harder and get a little less sleep at night, if I had 2 dozen roses, would it change your mind? If I could cry a little harder and get a little less sleep at night, if I had 2 dozen roses, would it change your mind? Baby, would it change your mind? Baby, could it change your mind? Baby, would it change your mind? Hey everybody, we're the Brad Hudson Band coming to you live from Market Square at the Promotion Studio. This next song is Goodbye Time. It's your life. You say you need a change. Don't all the dreams we've seen come true mean anything? You say it's different now, and you keep staring at the door. How can you walk away? Don't I matter anymore? If being free is worth what you leave behind, and if it's too late for love to change your then it's goodbye time. If we had known our love would come to this, we could have saved our hearts the hurt of wasted years. Well, it's been fun. What else can I say? If the feeling's gone, words won't stop you anyway. it's goodbye time. Goodbye, baby. Hey everybody, we're the Brad Hudson Band coming to you live from Market Square, Knoxville, Tennessee at the Promotion Studio. This next song is modern day Bonnie and Clyde. Well, it's a long way to Richmond, rolling north on 95.
Promotion live from Market Square, down here on Market Square. Today we have two great guests. We have Gerald Edgell, who's a great actor here in the local area, does a lot of great things. He'll be on the show later. And we also have good old Elijah Wise over here. He's going to be the entertainer for tonight. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It's going to be a great show. Can't wait to get to it. Elijah, why don't you take this one off?
Midnight in Montgomery, Silver Eagle on the road. Well, I was on my way to Mobile to a big New Year's Eve show. I stopped for just a minute to see my friend outside of town. With my collar up, I found his name and felt the wind die down. And a drunk man in a cowboy hat took me by surprise, wearing shiny boots, a Louis suit, and long haunted eyes. Friendy, it's good to see you. Glad to know somebody cared. When the wind picked up, he was gone. Was he ever really there? 'Cause it's midnight in Montgomery. You can't hear that whippoorwill. See the stars out of the purple sky and feel that lonesome chill. When the wind is right, you hear his song, smell whiskey in the air. Midnight in Montgomery, he's always singing there. I climbed back on that Eagle and took one last look around. Well, the red tail lights and the shadow moved slow across the ground. Lost somewhere, midnight train slowly passes by. Well, I could hear that whistle moaning. I'm so lonesome I could cry. 'Cause it's midnight in Montgomery. You just hear that whippoorwill. See the stars out of the purple sky and feel that lonesome chill. When the wind is right, you hear his horn, smell whiskey in the air. Midnight in Montgomery, he's always singing there. He's always singing there. He's always singing there. Hey, thank. Appreciate it.
Oh, yes.
Woo!
Elijah Wise with a little Alan Jackson to start off the show. Welcome to Live from Market Square. Jim's right and fitting the role today.
It's country time, right here, live
Yes,
from Market
it
Square.
is indeed.
Elijah Wise, man, you got a
Wise.
voice, dude. I love it.
I love it, man. We're going to hear more from Elijah coming up here later in the show. We're also going to be joined by Gerald Edgel. Going to have a conversation with him about his acting. You must know Gerald real well because you're wearing his hat right now.
I am, and my name's on this hat, by the way.
So we're going to take a real quick break. We'll be back to talk with Gerald right after this here live from Market Square. Welcome back to the show, live from Market Square. We're glad you joined us this evening. We got a great show for you.
We do have a great show, man. I'm telling you what, we got Gerald's in the house, my buddy.
Gerald
Woo!
Edgel.
I'm
What?
wearing his
Wait,
hat.
Gerald? You all
Gerald,
right?
you're just
Hey.
supposed to be acting, man.
Well, I just got shot. That man got out of jail, and he wanted somebody's going to pay for it. You know, he's out to get everybody. This is,
Gerald just had to be in character. He came in ready to go right to
Yeah,
the
we had
part,
fun with it.
ready to go into the role. Gerald?
He's always ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
Call him up. You need somebody to play a part in your movie. You got to give Gerald a call.
yeah, we've had a lot of fun with it.
I don't know
fellas.
what it is. I got a cowboy hat, and all of a sudden I start talking.
Well,
like,
and we've
like
got a
Wrangler.
viewer, Rose Davidson.
Yeah,
She's
no, her
a-
name's right here. Her name's right there.
She signed it. Yeah.
Love you, Rose. Big air hug. Thanks for tuning in, sweetheart.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining the show.
Hopefully there'll be some more of them.
Oh, Rose says, hi, Gerald. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
So tell us a
Rose-
little bit about how you got started in acting around here, Gerald.
Well, it's I'll just tell about this particular shirt, and I'll take it off. It's getting a little warm, but it's that was a movie called Murder by Numbers. A man was in jail, and when he got out, he had the attitude that somebody was going to pay for it. So he killed the district attorney and the prosecuting attorney and the county court clerk, and I lived next door to the place, and he shot me. I was the only one that lived about it, so it was kind of funny.
Well, that's awesome.
Tell about it.
And so you got to keep the prop too.
So I got to keep the prop too. Nobody wanted my bullet hole shirt, so I thought I'd put that in my memorabilia package.
That's
Awesome.
good. You sign it, sell it on eBay for
Yeah,
$5 million.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
you'd be
kind of a
surprised.
neat story though. It was the name of it was Count the Bodies, and he would take a note and throw it down on the body, and his lip print that was on the piece of paper is what identified him to the crime scene. So we all have a different lip print, just like we have a fingerprint.
Interesting.
For those of you that don't know that.
Oh wow! Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't aware of
Yeah,
that.
you got a lip print just like a.
Oh, we got your mic on that shirt, so take that off.
I'm in trouble
Or-
now. But
We won't be able to
it's,
hear you
it's
anymore.
fun. We had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, well, and so how long have you known Gerald?
We've been Facebook friends for quite some time.
8 years anyway.
You know, it's been quite a while, yeah. Like you said, 7, 8 years. You know, Gerald is in a lot of freaking movies.
Yes, he is.
I
I
mean,
was looking at his.
he is in a lot of
catalog
freaking
stuff,
movies.
Yeah,
Now,
and TV shows as well.
Yeah, for a Knoxville fella,
Yeah.
he's been out there. Let me tell you, how many movies and TV shows you been in, Gerald?
I think one of the last counts they had between the modeling shows and television shows, it's over 72, 3 of them right now.
Wow, that's
What do you
amazing.
do? We're in the presence of royalty, folks.
In 6 years.
So in 6 years.
6 years, yeah.
So when did you get started? Just about 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's right at 6 years now, I think. And,
Wow.
Got started on a $100 bet. A friend of mine bet me that I wouldn't do it. I got approached by Talent Scout with Gage Mullen Talent Agency, and he said, "I'll bet $100 you never get hear anything else out of that." And I said, "I'll bet you that." You know.
I'll take that, man.
I'll
think
take
it-
that bet. Yeah.
I think they counted like 80 people in the audition things, and I got picked for it. So,
That's amazing.
It's
So what was the first role that you got?
oh Lord, it's probably it's either Homicide Hunter or with Burt Reynolds in The Last Movie Star. One of those, yeah.
That must have been cool with the last movie star shooting here in
It was
town.
a lot of fun.
And it's such a great movie too. It's a really cool movie. I mean, it feels like a real project for him. So
Yeah, getting to help Burt, getting in and out of the car, got named in the credits, and so that was kind of fun. Got featured in that movie.
Burt was quite a character. I met him that party night we had there at the Tennessee Theater, and I got to sit down and talk to him for a minute, and I said, "You know what? It's your fault I am the way I am today." And he said, "Don't blame me for that." I said, "It all started with Smokey and the Bandit."
Yeah,
Yeehaw!
there was quite a few of us
Great.
that went to that premiere, and I got chased down the street wanting my autograph, and then the USA Today newspaper picked up the story, and so I was featured with Burt on that in the USA Today. Yeah, it was kind of fun. We had
It's a
blast.
great movie.
Just
I
run
mean,
with it.
the last part of that film when he's staring into the camera.
it's gut wrenching, man.
It is because it wasn't that soon after that
Yeah.
that he passed away.
It plays so much to what yeah.
It was. The movie was so much similar to his life, you know, which was so cool. Him and Sally Field, and you know the things of going back in time, and it was really good. I loved it. I bought it Blu-ray. If you don't have it, you need to get out and buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's
was-
it's a super underrated movie.
You can't
That
call
just aired
yourself a
last
Burt Reynolds
Sunday.
fan without buying that movie. Plus Gerald was in it.
Yeah, that just aired again last Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was that anniversary of it, I think.
yeah, it was the anniversary of it like last Sunday. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think we've got a package of yours as well. We've got an action promo, a Dr. Phil video. Could you explain this Dr. Phil
Dr.
video?
Phil
They were
video.
telling me about this. So what is
Well,
it?
that was Mark Garrigus was the attorney that represented Scott Peterson from California that killed his wife and dumped her in the ocean. And there was a cast come out for that, and I applied for it. And it was I got the role of playing Mark Garrigus.
Oh,
he
wow.
was Scott Brown's attorney, Michael Jackson's attorney, famous from out in California. But anyway, there was over 2,000 people. They tell me from 7 different states that had applied for that role, and being in Knoxville.
All
I
right,
got
well,
that role, so that was
that's
kinda
wild. Let's see if we can pull that up. The
Okay.
Gerald on Dr. Phil. Let's- all right.
Do you agree that he said to Amber 15 days before that this was going to be his first Christmas without his wife?
I do believe he made a statement along those lines to Amber at that time.
Police recorded Scott finally admitting that he was lying to her. Let's look at this and then we'll talk about it.
The girl I'm married to, her name is Lacey. She disappeared. just before Christmas.
I deserve an explanation of why you told me you'd lost your wife and this was the first holidays you'd spend without her. This has to be the biggest coincidence I have ever heard of. I mean, are you psychic? You predicted your wife would be missing? How did you lose her then, before she was lost?
There are different kinds of loss, Amber.
Then explain your loss.
I can't to you now.
Oh, that's really cool because I think those shows are they've become so hugely popular on like ID Discovery and things like that, and all the true crime stuff.
I love it. I love it. Plus, I was captured because we got this delay, so I was looking at my phone because I was watching his acting ability on my phone, which was super cool. But that's why I was looking down. But it's just so cool to you. Every time I turn around, you're in a new freaking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I try to make. You got to sleep. I'll sleep when I get old, I guess. I don't know.
Well, you're living life to its fullest. Was it Morgan Freeman didn't get his start really big until he was in his 50s?
Yeah. I mean, you see a lot of the actors. Was it something that you ever thought about when you were younger?
Well, no, when I first come to Knoxville, I was the lead carpenter on the Alcoa Highway Bridge. I put the piers in the water there downtown Knoxville.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Instead of getting the keys to the trucks, I got the keys to the boat. So I played on the water the first few years I come in Knoxville. Played on the water, I just worked on the water.
And so off of $100 bet, you've been in over, what, 60, 70
movies.
70 projects.
Movies and modeling shows, yeah.
I love it.
And what's out of those, what's the favorite role that you've had, or like the best time that you had?
Well, it's hard to, I don't know, the remake of Dirty Dancing was fun.
Oh,
Down
yeah.
up in Nashville, yeah. That was a lot of fun up at Lake Lure. And the High Hampton Hotel, I spent all the money I made at the premiere for that, going to High Hampton, yeah.
Hanging out at the very nice Hampton Suites.
Yeah, when I went into wardrobe on that, the checkered, because it was an older film back in the 70s, 80s, I guess. And my jacket said made in Italy, handmade in Italy, especially for the Screen Actors Guild. So I had everybody looking in their coat lapels to see what their lapel said on it. So it was funny.
That's awesome. Yeah.
She's like, I don't know what happened to that jacket. I just don't know where it went.
I don't know where that went.
They wouldn't let me have it. I begged for it. They wouldn't let me have it.
Well, yeah, they're usually pretty tight on some things like that because they reuse so much. I mean, and plus they make things like that Easter eggs in other movies.
Sure
they
did.
Put somebody in the same jacket.
I always wondered who wore it, before me. But all kidding aside, the Burt Reynolds movie was phenomenal. That'd be my number one, I guess.
That had to be a really cool experience.
It was just something to meet Burt Reynolds. It was incredible. Just to look at this guy that shaped our life.
Well,
I know as a guy,
he started a lot of fights at our house,
dude,
Yeah,
man.
the presence and demeanor that he had, even in his later years, he was still just so demanding. They talk about like that commanding presence and that energy. And it's just like when he was on screen, he stole every scene he was ever in. And then you see him in person, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. No wonder you've got a powerful visage.
He was a rock star.
And I didn't think he would be as tall as he was, but he was massive too. He was a big guy.
Well, I went to the Rome International Film Festival they had there whenever we got in it and got the awards. Some of the people, he'd done some of that down there too. And that was a lot of fun to go to that. And he featured the Smoking the Bandit, video and got awards for that. So
It's cool.
I got to ask him if I could go to his class he had down in Florida in front of the whole audience there. So that was fun. Since we all were in his movie. All we had to do is give our name and we were in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
Did you say something about a Smokey and the Bandit remake? Is that here?
No, so I'd love to see a Smokey and the Bandit remake.
No,
No,
you cannot
wanna ruin
remake
it.
that movie. They will ruin it.
There's
they
no more
probably
Sally
say,
Fields, man.
Like
There's no
Burt
more Sally
Reynolds'
Fields.
son. If it's his son, it's Smokey.
So you're talking
Bandit
about like the
Jr.
Straight Outta Compton deal?
Yeah, it's like Burt Reynolds' son comes back. He's his 20s, he's a young buck, and maybe
I'm not
he's
saying
transporting whiskey
it
across
couldn't
the
work,
state line,
but
You're not remaking. It's like an addition to. It's like part 4.
So,
You know.
yeah, okay.
I own all
Okay.
3 of them.
Well, it'd be hard to replace old Ariel Winters.
Well, no,
Yeah,
there's a lot of
Winters,
people that you couldn't replace. I mean,
Yeah,
a
for
lot
sure.
of them are gone. You know,
Yeah,
Jackie's gone, Bert's gone. You know,
yeah, they're all gone.
big
yeah.
boys are gone.
Sad,
the
yeah.
boys are the.
I worked on a set the other day with Al Fiore. I don't know if you know Al. He's 92 years old.
Al Fiore?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's 92.
Man.
What
greats.
project was that? Can you say?
That was one that's going to be called Apostate. It probably wouldn't be a Netflix movie.
Cool.
We filmed it over in Clinton.
In Clinton, Tennessee?
Yeah, there
Really?
That was one that
the
went
Clinton
last
12,
week,
the high
right?
school. Yeah.
Yep.
There at the high school. It was great. Make you cry to think about where we were at. You know, with
Very
the Clinton 12 and
Yeah.
everything that's going on today with that. So
Yeah.
it was
Is that what the
kinda-
movie was about, the Clinton 12?
No, it was about a governor that was running for office and had some issues. So I can't give away. I can't,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
all that.
Stay
I got it,
tuned.
I got it.
Yeah,
keep an
stay
eye,
tuned.
Keep an eye out for the premiere of that as well.
Well, if you haven't seen the Clinton 12, folks, you need to check it out.
Yeah.
That was
It's still a good movie. Great.
by none other than Keith McDaniels right here in Knoxville, Tennessee. He
That's
did
right.
an incredible job with that film. And
One of those things of history, like they don't really teach about in school around here, but
Yeah.
they should.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, I feel like everybody.
a lot of people know. A lot of people know. Well, James
Yeah.
James Earl Jones is the one who narrated it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Keith got in touch with him, and James was very, very excited about doing it, and he ended up doing it. I don't know how Keith did this, but Keith's been around the documentary world, movie world for quite some time, and
Yep.
he is a very talented young man. Keith, I don't know if you ever get to see this or not, but I've always thought the world over you. You're incredible. at what
And
you
we're
do.
going to have the Knoxville Film Festival now coming up through there. That's on downtown West Boulevard there.
Yep.
Yeah,
Is he still involved in the?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We got approved to do it. We couldn't do it last year when COVID knocked everything out. So
Yeah, the Knoxville Film Fest is great. And
we'll fill it up again this year.
Credit to Regal for having that independent theater out there that shows all those independent films as well.
Downtown West.
Yeah,
Downtown
I
West,
mean,
yeah.
there's plenty of cities that don't have where you could see some of those films like when they release, and plus have cool film festivals like that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully you get to see me in a couple of those that's in the film festival this year.
I'd say we
He's
probably
like
will.
I'm in multiple entries.
Well, July the 15th, I think, I'll have a trailer for the documentary. I'm doing a documentary on what we're talking about now in the modeling business, and so that's going to be fun.
It's a documentary about you.
About me, how I got started in it.
Oh, cool!
Yeah, so that's
And that's coming
we're
July
excited about it.
15th.
Well, we're going to release
The trailer.
a trailer, the day after we submit it for the film festival. So
Very cool.
How
that way we
awesome
stay
is
within
that?
the rules.
Well, let's.
There are rules.
Oh yeah, there's always rules with those film festivals. The 24-hour film festivals are crazy, where
Yeah.
they've got to shoot, edit, and like come up with a story in 20. And sometimes you'll see some gold that comes out of there. But,
We done one of the 7 minutes, a 7-minute movie. It was
oh wow,
unbelievable what we done in 7 minutes.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find. What's the other thing we got? Jared's action reel.
Yeah, I want to see.
Oh, you got
that.
the
roll
little
his
reel
action
there,
reel.
yeah. Hello? Anybody out here? Hello? Hello? You always live alone?
Mostly.
Mostly? We're looking to match the name of Larry Nichols to any firearms you may have sold here. Larry, how many guns do you think you have?
A dozen or so, maybe.
Well, what about the Ruger 9mm your wife bought you for Christmas?
Any luck finding these shell casings? I'm looking for 3 of them.
Well, the grass is too high. We're gonna have to do something about the grass. Mine here, some people do.
Welcome back
Late
to the
night
show.
TV.
Yeah, late night TV it is.
Freedom. Freedom in the later hours.
We were talking about during that how many times you've been killed on screen.
God, I think 7 or 8 times now. I think so, yeah.
7 or
I
8
think
times.
we kind of lose track of one of them
It
because
doesn't
we
make
don't want
sense.
to. We don't want to hit 9 just yet. I don't have
It
9
doesn't make
lives
sense
yet.
because I've known you for at least that many years, and I've never wanted to kill you once.
Not once. My daughter called. She said, "Dad, if you ever die, we won't know if it's the truth or not."
Oh wow. Yeah,
So I kind of left it at that. So, well, I'll never tell you.
so you said you've been shot, stabbed, strangled.
Strangled, suffocated, pepper sprayed,
Wow.
choked to death with a rope behind my lazy boy chair. Been shot 5 times.
That's some gangster stuff, right?
That's some bad juju on you, man. What's
One
up?
lady beat my head in with a hammer.
Oh Lord.
This lady beat my head
It's,
with
you know,
the
it's kind of hard to not have a smile on your face when you're trying to die. Have to get everybody to be quiet. Quiet on the set, you know. It's kind of funny. But anyway, it was.
Well, you hear actors all the time talk about, getting into character for the role. How do you prepare for going on screen to die? Like, is there like, did you watch anybody's like game tape? Like,
It's hard to admit this, but then still keep a straight face. You love your relatives. You got good memories of your relatives.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of hard to do sometimes, and then sometimes it's easier.
Well, you got to pull from
You
a
think
real
about
place.
it,
I mean,
yeah.
to make it convincing, you got to pull
You
from
have to see
something
somebody
authentic.
in your history. Yeah.
I mean, that's real
It's the
actor
real
technique
yeah.
right there.
That's
so.
what they teach me. So it's been I've been to 100 different classes and seminars for acting. If I could master crying on cue, buddy, I'd probably be a multimillionaire. I don't know.
I bet they say
Yeah,
that that's
I can
the
just
hardest thing to come
one
by.
little
Somebody
tear.
who can
Yeah.
actually emote
Oh,
like
I
that.
probably could if
All you got to do is put
Jim
a tack
threatened
in
to
your
shoot
shoe,
me or
man.
something,
Just
yeah.
put a tack in your shoe and step on the tack.
I just
It's
be
time to
gritting
cry.
I just be gritting my teeth and making that face.
It didn't make you cry. Gives you a tear.
I tell you, tell
You could grit your teeth and
It'd still be tearing
but
up.
you're gonna tear up. Yeah.
Right on.
Some of these stories that we do, if you stop and think about them in the families, it will make you cry. There was
Oh,
one
yeah.
where I played twin brothers, and it was the 3rd time I think I played twins. Family actually picked me.
They
So
picked you to play it?
Yeah. Play
Wow.
it. So that was kind of heart-wrenching for a minute. One brother was kind of happy-go-lucky, and the other one was kind of a smart aleck, give everybody the finger. And of course, he wasn't the one that got shot. The nice one was the one that got his head.
Why is it always a nice
Always
guy that
happens
gets
like
killed?
that, yeah.
I want to know why is the nice guy
guys
always get-
finish last?
That's just not right. That's just not right.
But I looked enough and made a difference that the family recognized it. That, I looked like this one, and I could look like that one. Thick mustache in one, thin mustache, and hair slicked back a little bit the other one. So
Wow.
it's kind of funny to do.
So what's the you got the documentary that's going to be releasing during the Knoxville Film Fest?
I think so, yeah. Right the day after we submit the movie. So.
Right on. And
Right,
what are
help
some of the
promote.
other projects you've got coming out? I guess.
Oh, we've the one that we done last week. I recently had on the 20. Let me look at my notes. On the 28th, I have one on killer couples where I play a detective from Fort Worth, Texas.
On Killer Couples?
On Killer Couples.
That's one of my friends. His girlfriend watches that Killer Couples all the time. I'm like, you need to watch her.
Yeah. It's already aired 2 or 3 times this month, and of course, between now and the end of the month, it'll air a couple more times.
So it'll be the 28th that one airs?
28th at 3 o'clock, I think I've got. I play Detective Kurt Brannon. It's a story about a kid that killed her mom and dad for $10 million. So.
Jeez. 10
And
mil.
all these are based on true stories, is what's surprising about it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
the true crime shows, they're scary, man. I think that's why people can binge watch them all the time. And then you see the amateur investigative journalists and stuff that they're spawned off that, the sofa investigators.
Yeah. I would have done this. I would have done that.
Yeah.
They should have done this. They should have done that.
Well, then with the COVID and everybody, standing to reruns all last year.
Yeah.
They wore a couple of the shows I've been, the farm over in England. We'd done a series of English crimes. I was a farm owner over in England and fired one of the boys, and he come back and killed the girl that replaced him. So
So they shot that on location in
Shot
England?
that on location here.
So you got to
Story
travel
in
over there and
England.
enjoy?
No, we didn't
No,
get
he
to
shot
nothing.
it here.
Shot
Oh,
right
okay,
here.
okay.
Yeah, we shot here. So it was
How do they do English countryside in East Tennessee?
well, I had a big brim English-looking hat, so I just changed hats.
Just put some trees behind you and you'll be
Yeah.
all right. You ain't gonna do anything else. Just put some trees back
true.
there.
Their trees look different.
Just changed hats. That's all.
Close- just change the hat. Just change the hat. That's hilarious.
It is true.
Yeah.
Really.
Sometimes it's all it is for a role,
Something
man.
that simple.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever traveled far for a role?
Asheville and Nashville and Chattanooga. And I think we've done one down in Atlanta so far. I mean, I could probably win a lot of different places, but I wanted to stay in Knoxville and I had family here in Knoxville. So maybe
I'm
I
always
can-
like, dude, you got a movie shooting in Hawaii?
yeah,
I'm your guy.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
I'll be
sure
the
you
water
are.
boy. I don't care. If you got a movie going on in Hawaii, just I'll get water. No problem.
Well, my responsibilities are starting to lighten up on me, so maybe I get to travel a bit more. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, anything else you want to mention?
Just for fun of it, Jim, I'd also model men's clothes for Regal Tuxedo. And we
Model
have
men's
two
clothes.
shows coming up where I do all their tuxedo lines.
Well,
Okay.
that's cool. It's better than
So
the
that's
swimsuit
a
line.
lot of fun. Yeah, I get to wear tuxedos with them.
I'd watch you in tuxedos. Man, you know, that'd be cool.
I think I'll have 8 or 10 men. We'll have a limousine in the next one and stretch out, and everybody else open the doors for
Very cool.
When's
10
that
men
coming
getting
up?
out of a limo. That will probably be done at one of the local venues. We haven't decided yet just where that's going to be at, but that'll be in September, October. We've got 2 of them. We've got the Gator Hater Week coming up. We've got was it Bash Bama Week?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we've got 2 modeling shows for that coming up over at the 211 building, Jimmy Buckner's building.
Very cool.
Yeah. So
When
that's
you
fun
get
to do.
him to be one of the Knoxville's eligible bachelors. Are you married?
No.
See, Knoxville's eligible bachelors.
must
There he is,
go
right here,
somewhere.
movie star, right here in Knoxville.
We're gonna
Tennessee.
do a bachelor auction with
Yeah, they do
Gerald.
bachelor
Yeah.
auctions every year.
Absolutely.
To-
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
You guys gonna get me to cry.
my
I
wife
will
has-
get shot then, Jim.
my wife has forbade me to. Said, honey, it's for a good cause. She's like, don't even think about it.
Don't even think about it.
Some of these women are serious, Jim.
They are. I mean, they are. And they
They'll
they
shoot you
throw
now. They'll
real money,
poison you.
dude.
They'll spray you with pepper spray. And
They throw real money. I'm just saying. They do. I mean, that's some women
For the
throw
right charity,
$1,000,
for the right
$2,000
charity, man.
bucks.
Yeah, for the right charity, it's great,
It's
man.
to
one
help
of these
the
days
literate-
we may
help
auction
read-
that hat
read.
for charity. I'm not sure what if we go to CMA Awards or something. Do something
Oh, I think
like
it's beautiful.
That'd be a cool hat to auction off. Yeah, that needs to be somewhere. Yeah,
I'd bid on it.
needs to be shown off for sure.
I'd bid
that. Well,
on
I've
it.
been to a few of the CMT Awards when Loretta Lynn got the Lifetime Achievement and Reba McEntire got her Lifetime Achievement. So we may do that
Awesome.
to do it at one of those shows.
Big,
I think it'd be great.
looking forward to seeing that hat in the Country Music Hall of Fame or
Yeah, we
something.
got to get some more signatures on
There
it.
you go. You
Just
just
more
can't cover it in
signatures.
I
it.
think the last count was 250 or something.
good.
250
Yeah,
signatures.
inside. It's inside and out, both. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Gerald, thanks so much for joining
All right,
us.
that's been fun. We have to do it again.
I had
We
to
have
get
do
a
this
selfie.
again.
Absolutely.
We'll pick up where we left off.
All right, sounds good. We're gonna, I guess. Oh yeah, let's check out this stream highlight reel.
Uh-oh.
This is all the stuff we do here live.
I love it.
Promotion live
There it
from
is.
Market Square. We'll be right back with music from Elijah Wise. welcome back live from Market Square.
Elijah's about to go on, baby.
Absolutely, yeah. We are joined by Mr. Elijah Wise. He's bringing the music for this evening. Wanted to ask you just a couple quick questions. You've got a couple singles out. You've got at least She's Moving On out.
Yeah. Another recorded, but it's not been released yet.
Awesome. So you got some music on the way for people to check out.
Yeah.
And he's playing all around town. And don't miss a chance to catch him live. Check out the live session we had with him as well with a full band in here. He's got a super authentic country sound.
He does, man. I just love his voice. It just came in here. I got to hear him. I was like, dang, dude, you got some talent, baby.
Yeah. So I guess you're going to play this upcoming single, Lose My Mind?
Yeah, Lose My Mind. I haven't played this much, so y'all bear with me.
All right. Let's hear it, buddy.
I poured my heart into a woman at least a dozen times. But I gave it away for nothing every time in my life. This time was different. Guess you could say I seen it coming. I knew you'd break my heart. There's no need to start running. So don't run to your truck as fast as you can. Don't feel like you need to leave your foot on the gas. Don't hurry to pack up your clothes. We knew this was coming. And don't worry about me. I've been here 1,000 times. I get lost somewhere between the whiskey and the lime. There ain't no rush for you to leave. Just take your time until I lose my mind. Won't you wait a little longer till I drowned out my heart? No, we don't have much further till I'm gone and you're miles and miles apart. So don't run to your truck as fast as you can. And don't feel like you need to leave your foot on the gas. Don't hurry to pack up your clothes. We knew this was coming. Oh, it was coming. And don't worry about me. I've been here 1,000 times. I get lost somewhere between the whiskey and the lime. There ain't no rush for you to leave. Just take your time until I lose my mind. I've lost my mind. Oh, yeah. Well, I poured my heart into a woman at least a dozen times. All right, thank you.
New music from Elijah Wise here on Live from Market Square. And so that's your, I guess, your upcoming single? Is that the one you...
Well, I haven't decided. I just wrote that sometime last year. I'd been trying to experiment with it a little bit live, you know, the arrangement and everything. And I've just been playing it a little bit here and there. So maybe. We'll see.
Awesome.
I loved it. I thought it was a great song.
Yeah, I love it, man.
I mean, it's ready for the radio right there.
Yeah, I feel like there's some of those songs that we've talked about this with various artists come through. Some songs just lend themselves so well to just straight acoustic. Some of them you can hear like a full band behind it. It needs like other things to add texture. Right. But some songs, when they're simple and good, it's like keep it simple, stupid, and it's one of those good simple songs right there, man.
Yeah, a lot of times you can muddy it up quick, can't you?
Yeah, you can overthink it real quick.
Sometimes it don't take long either.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Put a guitar in my hand and you'll see what happens.
So how long have you been writing and performing?
Well, performing, I'm working on my second year right now. As far as writing, ever since I picked up the guitar, which was probably about 5-6 years ago. So yeah, so about the same time. Writing and picking guitar, kind of hand in hand. I took it up, but performing was like later, because I was like, well, you know, I can't perform. You know, I was shy and stuff.
Built that confidence up, and you're ready to go.
Yeah,
what was the turning point? What was the turning point? Because I mean, just 5 years ago, you know, I mean, what was it that said, you know, 5 years ago?
I'm ready to get on stage.
I want to pick up a guitar. I want to play. I want to sing. I mean that.
Well,
That's
I've
a
had
big,
the
bold
dream
step.
since I was a kid, you know, and always wanted to do it, and just, you know, never thought I really could, you know. So always had that dream, and just eventually was like, you know, piss on it, you know. I'm going to chase it down. So here I am, and just trying to grind it out and earn my stripes, I guess.
That's solid, man.
Yeah,
So you got to go for your dreams, folks. I mean, that's pretty cool because you sound like you've been playing a lot longer than 5 years.
No.
I mean, really. You really do have a great voice.
Everybody I've let listen to any of your stuff, too, just comments on your voice. Is that something that you kind of came naturally on? Is like you kind of settled into just a straight country timbre? Or
Well,
is it something you kind of worked on to, like, get the sound?
Well, my dad, he sung country music, and I grew up, you know, hearing all, you know, Ronnie Milsap and all these great singers, George Strait and so on and so forth. And he would always sing, and he's a good singer. My dad is, and I always, you know, sung and tried to sound like him, you know, growing up. And then I actually, when I hit puberty and stuff, I couldn't sing for a long time, a couple of years. I mean, it was awful. And then ever since then, it was just kind of like growing pains. You know, I would try to sing, but it would be like I would sound like one person, or, you know, sound different every time I would sing. It seemed like, so it was like, you know, just molding process into my actual, you know, voice, and being able to, you know, I didn't know where I was going to land high, if I was going to be a tenor singer, you know, or if I was going to be a baritone or whatever. At the time, I didn't know, because I was kind of in between, but I fell where I did. So.
Well, I love the sound because it's one of those, it's a distinctly country, but it's not too far from your speaking voice. Like, there's so many of the country stars you'll hear, they put on, it's that manufactured twang.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you hear them talk, and it's just like, you sound like you're from New York.
Yeah.
And then you hear them sing, it's like, maybe South Carolina?
It's like you see some of these Asian singers that sing
better
perfect English, and they sound perfectly English, and then they don't speak English at all.
Because they know how to, that's
it
so
really
strange
is
to
wild.
me as well, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well,
It's pretty wild.
It is pretty odd, but you know, it's true, you know.
Yeah.
But you seem to be a very authentic. young
that's
man,
what I was trying to say.
which is
It's
super
just
cool.
it's a genuinely you. It doesn't sound like you're trying to really emulate anybody. If anybody, it might be your dad, but that sounds like it came out well for you. So,
Well, thank you, man.
absolutely, we're looking forward to doing some great work with you, and loving the music. So, and
I
don't
appreciate
miss
that.
don't miss a chance to catch him out live. He's always playing around Knoxville, Tennessee, East Tennessee, Georgia, and like
Yeah, we'll be
North
full
Carolina.
band at Old Red this Saturday from 9 to midnight, and then on the 3rd, July 3rd, I think that's a Saturday as well. We'll be full band at the Old Red. So if you want to catch this, or catch a full band, come out to Old Red and check us out down there.
So that's this Saturday at
This
Old Red?
Saturday
At 9 p.m.
And then next Saturday, I guess.
This Saturday and next Saturday up there at Old Red. And like I was saying, he came by and did a live session with full band. It was killer, man. It was absolutely fantastic. You get a shock?
No, I'm breathing down the mile. I'm panting down this. I bet somebody's listening out there like, good Lord, son.
Somebody's making a comment. Is he breathing heavy? No, I'm just kidding. They're not.
We really appreciate you coming on the show, and I guess we're going to have one more song from you before we wrap up.
Absolutely.
I guess before we throw it to James to wrap up the show, you got anything else you want to talk about?
Man, you kind of hit all the buttons. I mean, he's got shows coming up, which is what we want to talk about, things that are going on around the area. I think it's all been good. It's been a great show. Loved it. I can't wait to hear another song.
All right, we're going to take a real quick break, and then we'll be back with another track from Elijah Wise to wrap up live from Market Square.
Hey, I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in today for our promotion live stream on Wednesday nights. We have these every Wednesday night. They start at 7, they run to 8. We always have an artist on here, and then a person of importance of influence. Well, I still messed that up, but you know what I mean. You got an actor, comedian, actress, influencer, anybody who wants to be on this show that is not a musician, and businesses as well. I want to say thank you for everyone again for tuning in. Also, stay tuned. Check out Elijah Wise. Check him out on all the social media platforms and all the music platforms. His music is out there. He's a phenomenal artist. And also stay in tune with Gerald as well. He's very active in the community. As Jim Johnson says, what do you say, Jim Johnson? Say it every week.
Be blessed. And remember to be a blessing to others. Your words do have power. You have the power to make people smile or the power to make people cry. Choose to make people smile, would you? Elijah, take us out.
Take us out, Elijah.
Hey, real quick before we take off, I forgot about one more show. We'd been offered to open up for Larry Sparks at the Cocke County Fairgrounds on August 27th. So y'all keep that in mind. Come see us down there. Super honored to be part of that amongst some other local fellas from my hometown. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, yeah, man. I'm not even bluegrass picker, but I'm going to have to learn some, ain't I? I know some, but not enough. Here we go. Just about a mile off 109, there's a little church sitting back in the pines. Promised that girl she was gonna be mine. I wouldn't be surprised if she was standing there crying. Oh, didn't know a boat at 4 could go so slow. Oh, gotta put your foot down on the floor. Well, we've been rocking all night, but don't you know, got to get me to the church on Cumberland Road. Billy's passed out in the back, but I think he's alive. Bobby's got his head hanging over the side. Here we are doing only 95. What's the matter with you, man? Thought you said you could ride. Oh, I didn't know a boat out for could go so slow. Oh, you gotta put your foot down on the floor. Well, we've been rocking all night, but don't you know? Got to get me to church on Cumberland Road. Well, sweeter than dew on a honeysuckle vine, hotter than the moon on the 4th of July. Cutest little girl I ever known, waiting on me at the edge of the road. Oh, I didn't know a boat out for could go so slow. Oh, you gotta put your foot down on the floor. Well, we've been rocking all night, don't you know? Got to give it to church on Cumberland Road. Well, we've been rocking all night, but don't you know? Got to give it to church on Cumberland Road. Thank you so much, man. Y'all have a good night.